The engine camshaft was almost scrapped because of the breakage. Under normal circumstances, it would definitely not be able to drive the valve. Since the spare parts in Pakistan are in short supply, there is no suitable replacement at all. I can only find a 2,000 rupee repair shop. I thought that their master could successfully splice the camshaft that was broken into 2 sections with only 1 scrapped bolt. After the master got it, he checked the crack of the camshaft. Because the master was most concerned about the length of the camshaft at this time, the camshaft could not be restored on the desktop, so the master could only use the lathe search plate and ejector pin to reassemble it. After the camshaft was refixed, adjusted, and then the broken shaft diameter was measured. After confirming that the error was not large, the master could start repairing. The uneven fracture surface affected the concentricity of the subsequent splicing, and the fracture surface needed to be smoothed with a Rowan knife. In order to perfectly splice the 2 camshafts, the positive axis of the camshaft had to be punched with a twisted brick. The hole position can ensure the concentricity and coaxiality of the spliced camshaft. The shaft diameter data of the camshaft is very small. Under the premise of ensuring concentricity, the strength of the splicing must also be considered. This is why this hole position is relatively large. After comparing with a scrapped Logan section, the main purpose of chamfering inside is to have more welding fulcrums. After the work is completed, the surface of the selected bare rod will be canceled until it is consistent with the hole diameter just now. The key connecting bare rod is processed. Because the data is too accurate to be smashed in, the 2 can only be tightened by hand when the press is aligned, so that the bare rod after the cancellation can be completely pressed to the bottom. The remaining length outside the bare rod is not used at all, so they will directly use the angle grinder to cut after cutting. The diameter of this section of bare rod is reduced. That is, the surface layers are completely eliminated. After comparing the rod diameter with the tap data, Fu also needs to use a marker pen to apply on the surface of the bare rod. The purpose of doing this is to facilitate the elimination of external threads. In the absence of barrel tapers, it can be processed with a Rowan knife. Then use the wrong knife to grind the hair on the top. The taps are almost perfectly matched by comparison. This section of the camshaft is simply processed. In order to achieve the concentricity of the camshaft without any impact, the master needs to drill the center of another one again. After precise measurement, the axis of the camshaft has not deviated at all. After the work is done, the hole position is enlarged with a large drill bit. When the data is not wrong, the tap is used for the company. Because the hole depth of the drilling is completely too deep, the master's rotation is also very difficult. You can see that the thread of this cone arch is very smooth. After 3 confirmations, the camshaft is rotated and tightened with a screw until it fits the fracture surface completely. Then use a caliper to measure the shaft diameter width again. This is because this width is related to the success of the splicing. After adjusting the width to restore, you can pile up the hands. A pile of sweat will inevitably be much higher, so the master will also turn the pin according to the original shaft diameter. After the pin is turned, it will be polished with a wrong knife. Then this camshaft has been spliced. The thread of the thread on the shaft head was stripped due to age, so the master simply removed the thread on the 2. As long as the corresponding thread was not loose, the thread on the 2 shafts was reshaped. The camshaft that was broken into 2 sections was restored to its original state. This is amazing.